I booked a golf trip to Bandon Dunes on my birthday months before I knew he existed. Here's how it happened. So I don't know if you know anything about Bandon Dunes, but it is not the easiest place to get a tee time. You need to enter a raffle, you have to get picked, just to get an ability to book a tee time over a year later. Luckily, my name got picked, I booked on my birthday over a year ago and secured a trip with my friends. A few months later, my wife and I, we moved from Orlando to Charlotte, and that first week, we learned that she was pregnant. Harvey is now 3 months old. So the version of me who actually booked this trip over a year ago is now living a completely different life. But the dates haven't changed, and in 30 days, I leave. And just so you know, if you're curious, it is okay with my wife. So here's what you need to know about me and golf. At one point, I was actually pretty decent. I was obsessed with golf, and I ended up being the #1 player on my high school team. I made states. I ended up being in the golf industry as a fitness professional and therapist. But then when I left golf for a little bit, I ended up just focusing a little bit more on work and didn't play as much golf. Now I'm 1 year away from being 40. I have a 3-month-old at home, and I'm just a different person than I was when I initially booked this trip. So this series is about two things happening at the same time. It's a little bit about getting my body in golf shape. That way I can play Bandon Dunes. And then also, I just want to play good golf. I haven't played good golf in so long, and when you don't play a lot, your game just goes really bad. Here's why the body piece means so much to me. It's not only my career, I help people move better and feel better, but Bandon Dunes is physically demanding. There are no carts, you have to walk, and it's a little bit hilly, it's going to be windy. And then on top of that, we're playing 36 holes on one of the days, which can be up to 10 miles of walking. And if you have limitations and you're playing that much golf, you might not break down on that first day, but you're gonna start to feel it throughout the rounds, and you might not play as good, you might be fatigued, and you might injure yourself during the rounds. I kind of think it's like going on a road trip cross country and you haven't checked your car in over 2 years. It might be okay at the beginning, but at one point you might start to see it start to break down. And on top of that, with a baby at home, I want to make sure that I come home not injured and I can be present when I get back. I've actually been documenting the last 30 days over on Instagram and just trying to get started. But this series, I want to go a little bit deeper. I can have a little bit longer conversations on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And earlier in this video, I told you that I was in the golf industry. I served as director of performance at Baltusrol Golf Club. I was a director of fitness at a place called Core Golf Academy with a lead instructor named Foley, one of the best golf coaches in the country. And then on top of that, I've worked with hundreds, maybe thousands of golfers, from elite juniors all the way to touring pros, and then just the serious golfer who wants to get better. So I'm gonna do what I do with those athletes to myself, but I'm going to make it a little bit more simple because just had a baby, I am busy with work, and I still want to play good golf. I just don't have as much time as I did before. So I'm going to perform some of the tests that I actually do on my golfers on myself. And I'm going to focus on two specific areas: that middle portion of the back, your T-spine, and then also your hips. So think about rotation in both of those areas. So from a body standpoint, I'm going to be focusing on two specific areas: the mid-back, which is your T-spine, and then your hips. And imagine those two areas rotating, which is very important for the golf swing. And for me, I'm not horrible at either one, except I do struggle a little bit rotating my upper body to the left. It's a little bit more limited. And then I just know from my swing, I struggle clearing at impact, which is why I'm also focusing on my hip rotation. And from the swing side of things, when I look at my swing on video, it doesn't look horrible when I'm watching it in real time. But when you slow it down, there's a couple things that I really need to work on. And one thing I've been focusing on is staying more connected. That's probably the #1 thing. And then for me, a little bit of that tempo, because I tend to get really quick and then I start to kind of flip at the ball. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to be focusing on the body side of things and the golf swing side of things at the same time, but I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible because I'm busy, and I know a lot of you are busy too, and you still want to play good golf. So I'm going to focus on that mid-back, those hips, and then also working on a couple drills for the golf swing. And when I get back, I'm going to do a review on how I played on the trip, how my body held up, And then also, maybe just some things that you might want to do if you end up going to Bandon Dunes for a trip. If you made it this far into the video and you are following along on the journey, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any tips on my swing, you see something that I could improve on, please let me know down in the comments. And then if you've ever been to Bandon Dunes, would also love some recommendations before we head out.